Here we go for the second time. We're going to try and see if we've got sound. Let me check and see this sound first before I keep talking, because the last time I was talking, there was no sound. So let's make sure there's sound. Just play this back and make sure we've got sound. Let me check and see this sound first before I keep talking, because the last time I was talking, there was no sound. So let's make sure there's sound. Just play this back and make sure we've got sound. The sound does sound still a bit echoey, not the way it normally sounds. So we need to make sure that's set up correctly before we start. Okay, let's try. Let's try these sounds as well. See what this sounds like before we start. We're going to do a sound check once again. Apologies. Let me check and see the sound. Great. Now the sound is much better. The quality is much better. And I can thank my friends at Google Hangout once again for messing up my original broadcast. And I can thank Windows 10.3 for continuing to mess up my system. But anyway, thanks for those useless people. We will continue and digress no further. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Bwtm Live, a sports channel. We have some breaking news coming out of New Zealand. Joseph Parker, the WBO heavyweight champion of the world, after that not so impressive performance, Kevin Barry and his trainer said something that was very interesting at the end of his interview, post-fight interview. He said, "We're now going to take Joseph on the road." I know that Joseph was getting a lot of flack for fighting in New Zealand, and if you're a heavyweight champion of the world, or a part of the heavyweight championship of the world, you need to be going abroad and fighting. So the fight was meant to be Hughie Fury versus Joseph Parker. Different stories. One story was Hughie was not fit. There was issues with his back. The other story that came out is that they were looking to get the fight rescheduled in the UK, in Manchester. Now, interesting things that are going on. Supposedly now Parker and his management have split. He now has to make a decision whether he's going to go between Longren and Higgins. The bigger question is, does he really want to be sticking with these guys who've done well with him so far in New Zealand, or does he need to move out further afield and maybe sign with a Bob Arum, or who knows, sign with a big top promoter, maybe Al Heyman that can deliver the big fights? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see in terms of Joseph Parker. But there has been a lot of back and forth talking. Hughie Fury is meant to be the #1 contender. He's met with the guy next to fight Joseph Parker, but there's this underlying, still unsettling feeling about Tony Bellew. We know that he can't fight Deontay Wilder because Stavern is the mandatory. And for those people who don't understand what mandatory means, it means you must. There is no, you can get around it, you can play step aside money. It's mandatory. And then the mandatory challenger can then has to turn around and say, look, I don't want to take this fight now. You can fight now. And then whoever does whatever, you have to come back and face me afterwards. Stavern didn't do that. Stavern says, I want my shot at the title. This ain't about money. This is about redemption for me and putting things right. So Stavern Wilder, in terms of Deontay Wilder and Stavern, unless Wilder drops that belt, he'll have to do it again, regardless of what boxing fans, pundits, and all the other governing bodies and management may have to say. Those two have agreed a deal. Stavern confirmed that last week officially. Wilder and Stavern have a great deal, have agreed terms. And if I were going to put my money on it, I would not be surprised to see Stavern go to Deontay Wilder's backyard in Alabama and for Wilder to defend his title in Alabama. Be interesting if that does go ahead like that. It would be a shame it's not in a bigger venue or a bigger place than Alabama, and maybe an MGM or something else like that. Now, in the room I have with me, the long-awaited return of Mr. Asgar, the head coach of East Midlands Boxing. Asgar, are you in the room?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well, sir. How are you?
Excellent. Thanks for having me on, sir.
Thank you. For those people who don't know who you are or give us a little background about East Midlands boxing.
Set up in Derby for the community, both professional and amateur club, multiple champions, some up-and-coming professionals. We currently have some in the national finals this month. I've also shared the centre stage. You can see there. So I've been about. Sorry about that. East Midlands Boxing does a lot for the community. We deal with antisocial behaviours, the domestic violences, school mentoring, boxing coaching, you name it, we do it. We do everything for the community, and it's backed by the community in terms of parents. It's run. We have a great team. We're doing very, very well. What more can I say?
Success, success, success. It's always about success. Yeah. When, you know, when we talk about Bwtm or we talk about Bayloric, the original package, what it was all about was about being in the community, helping the young people, being that champion for those young people when other governmental officials may have turned their backs on those young people to deal with other stars in more brighter communities. Easier work for them. So we get down and do the hard work. So we appreciate what you do and we love what you're doing. And you seem to be producing champion after champion after champion. Every time I see a picture of you guys, I'm seeing success. So it's not just about being in a community and making those young people in the community feel like champions, but actually seeing other champions doing well as well. So there's no excuse for not being successful. There's always this ambition around those young people, and it's great for their self-esteem. There's nothing worse than being in an environment that is supposedly meant to be a success, and everywhere you're around, everyone's getting beat, or there's no success happening. So for you guys, it's quite the opposite. You've got all the success in the community, in what you're doing within the boxing community, and that's fantastic, and that's great story to hear. Tell us, what's the secret of your success?
Dedication, listening, learning. Like any good coach, you don't know too much. For me, it was a case of always going to different gyms, learning ideas, applying it. I was very fortunate, still am very fortunate. I can get on the phone to people like Peter Fiore and say, Peter, what would you do in this situation? And the man's such a good man, he'll give me advice. I've got good people that I can literally get on the phone. For example, yourself, Ingram. Look how much yourself you did when I used to phone you and I was down, I was beat up, and I was like, what do I do? And you would say, Asgar, do this, do it. Don't wait, do it now. And, you know, I'm blessed to have people like you guys around, to be fair.
So, okay, you know about, or you know a little bit about what's going on. Tell us about this whole thing of Hughie Fury. And first of all, why he didn't fight in New Zealand. I heard conflicting reports. The official report was Hughie had a back injury. The unofficial report was they never fancied going to New Zealand. They wanted to fight in Manchester. Clear that up for me.
Okay. Obviously, everybody would like home advantage. Deco Events won the purse bids. It was in New Zealand. To New Zealand where they was going. They were ready for it, but they had a back pain. Medical reports have confirmed to the WBO that he has been suffering and he was injured. There's no, whatever excuse Deco wants to make, all these false allegations that they were scared. Listen, it was Deco that made all these false allegations saying that they were scared, they were this. They put the obstacles in front of Peter, in front of Hughie. They were the cowards, they were the liars. And let's just talk facts here. They didn't even have the money, the backing to even fund everything. In the case of, is it Manny Pacquiao, where the government had to bail them out. They just, it goes back to the Ali and Foreman thing in Zaire, where the government had to bail Don King out. It was a blag they tried to take, Arista tried to take, but it wasn't, it was just a blag. But the facts were, Hughie was injured and it had to get postponed. And let's make this clear. The WBO have made it clear that Parker must defend against Hughie Fury. End of. So all these people like Baloo or whatever, Sky Sports or Eddie Hearns or whoever was trying to say it could be this, could be that, rubbish. Like we know the media try to stir up whatever. It's Hughie Fury versus Parker this year. It is happening for the WBO title.
Now let's get this clear. Is Hughie Fury mandatory or is he just a voluntary defense?
He's mandatory. And
now when you're mandatory, like we said with the Stavern situation, when you're mandatory means you have to. Looking up mandatory, you have to.
Absolutely.
Now, the only way that Huey Fury and Parker doesn't happen is if Huey Fury takes step aside money and allows Belly to take that fight, and the winner fights Huey Fury. Can you see that happening?
No, Huey Fury, Peter Fury ain't about money. Make this clear. They're boxing people. There's a prize out there that belongs to Team Fury. We want it back. We will get it back. And all those that doubted Huey Fury saying, oh, Parker's too good, this, that, the other, look at his performance against, is it Kojanu, whoever his name is?
Kojanu.
Yeah. Now, I'm not going to comment too much about Parker. Yes, he is good. But I'm telling you, not only will Huey beat him, Huey will beat him in style. People ain't seen the best of Huey. Now, I will tell you, Huey, prediction live, will stop Parker. He will stop Parker. Remember what I'm saying to you? He will stop Parker.
Now, I spoke to Peter about this. I don't know if you heard the interview.
I did.
I was quite straight up, and I said, look, based on the Cassie performance, I know it was a long time ago, Huey hasn't shown so far in the heavyweight division that he's a puncher. I mean, not a dynamite one-punch knockout artist against top-level opposition. His last fight against Cassie, he was boxing Cassie, and I said he had outboxed Cassie with a left jab, and that's fine until he got cut, and then Cassie started coming onto him, and then the fight kind of stopped because we never, at that point, even though he's cut and we understand the injury, we never really got to see what Huey's heart was really like in that situation. A guy on top of him, a guy looking to take his head off, a guy really getting into that into that situation. So that was a crucial part of the puzzle in terms of what Huey Fury's mental and emotional makeup is and how much of a heart he's got. We know he can box. We know he's got a fantastic jab. We know he can box from a distance. We know he can do those things. We know he can get off the ropes. We know he can do those things with the opposition he fought so far. And my thinking was, following the Huey Fury story from day one, right? And watching him progress, and Peter telling me, okay, well, our progression was we're going to fight this guy, we're building for this, that. And we're going to take our time to becoming heavyweight champion of the world. So then now we hear about the Joseph Parker fight. But Huey's not been in a ring for what, almost, is it 2 years now? Quote me if I'm wrong. Almost 2 years since the Fred Cassie fight. Could you?
A year and a half. Yeah. No, let me explain. Let me explain.
Okay, please.
A lot of people will want to criticize Huey, say, right, the performance wasn't brilliant. We're not saying it was.
Mm-hmm.
But what you've got to remember with his condition.
Yeah, of course.
It's clear with his condition. Look how he performed. Still undefeated. Still young. And he's still learning. But look at him now. If that's what he did then, and Cassie's no pushover, let's make no mistake.
Absolutely.
And what goes on in the ring in sparring stays in sparring. Am I right? Yeah?
Correct.
But there's certain heavyweights that have been there that have felt the power. They've felt the speed. They all know. I'm telling you, listen, I gain nothing from bigging up Huey. I'm not bigging up because I like him. I'm bigging up because he deserves it of what I've seen. He is that good. There's no hype in this. Remember, he's a world youth champion. The only person in Great Britain, the first person to do that, yeah?
Correct.
He's a boxing pedigree. He can box, he can bang, he can move. You name it, he can adapt his style to however he chooses to. I'm telling you, he'll be too strong because his health is getting better, much better. In fact, it is better. His back is healing slowly. I'm sure, and this is my prediction, round 7, over. Knocks him out. Remember, I'm saying it's live, he knocks him out.
Okay, sure. Prediction is great. 2 things. Now, it's not the first time we've been down this road, and I did say this to people. We've been down this road with the, oh, he's cured now, he's okay. He was cured and he was okay before the Fred Cassie fight, correct?
No, because we did not know what the illness was. They didn't know what the illness was.
But he was given the all clear then. He was good then, and in faith, I trust to say, yeah, he's good.
Okay. Then they said he was good, but if you look at his body then, it wasn't a pretty sight, was it?
No, it wasn't. That's fair.
That's our point. Now look at his body. It's clear, isn't it?
Very clear.
Exactly. Now, I'm telling you, and you can all have your point.
Yeah.
But look what he did when he was at a bad stage, when he wasn't 100% fit. It's all about the W. That's all it is for me. Yeah. I don't care how he wins a world title, as long as he beats Parker, which he will beat Parker, and he will stop him. but you lot haven't seen obviously the best yet of Hughie Fury. And
I
when
agree.
you do see him, not only will he be a world champion, he'll be a great long reigning champion.
See,
Remember,
the difference between Hughie and Tyson is quite clear. With Tyson, I could say, right, we're seeing fight this time. If this time, there's a pattern you can see. We had the Cunningham fight. We had the fight against Chisora. We had the fight against what's his name, Hamer. You could see the progression and the improvement. You could see it. Hugh's been out the ring for a long time, almost as long as Tyson himself. And
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yes.
Now you're talking about Tyson's fights, yeah?
Yes.
From the beginning to what it was now.
Yes.
Who changed his styles? Who made it so much better?
Exactly.
Absolutely. Who's training Hughie Fury?
Peter.
Who's Hughie sparring training with? Tyson.
Yes.
So understand the pedigree and the people he's mixing with.
Oh, there's no doubt. There's no doubt about that. But
exactly. And not just that. Before all that, Hughie was doing his own thing. He was world AIBA champion.
I'm not disputing the skills.
What I'm saying to you is, how old is Hughie Fury?
23, 24 is he?
22.
Or 22? Okay.
Okay. And when do heavyweights peak?
Around the 30s. 30s, I'd say.
And how old's Tyson? 28.
Yep.
No, so he's not reached his peak yet. Hughie Fury is 22.
Yep.
So imagine what's going to happen. These guys are still learning, but they're still undefeated, and they're still in the top 2 of the world. Top 3 at least. Tyson's up there, definitely. Hughie is definitely in the top 5, without a doubt.
See, but the thing is, the criticism that's going to be put at the door, and I've got to say, you know how much I love the Furies, but being impartial and being put at the door, Hughie hasn't fought anybody in the top 10 to suggest, well, you know, even if at least Tyson had fought Cunningham, he'd fought Chisora, and he'd fought Hamer. And we knew, and I said to everybody about Hamer, I said, listen, with David Price, Hamer is going to knock Price out. No, Hamer's a big fat so-and-so. I said, Hamer's a decent fighter. Don't, because Tyson outboxed him, don't think Price will do the same thing. And what happened? He came on stuck. So Tyson and Hughie both have Tyson's proven himself. It's Hughie's the guy. We want to see him in against somebody. And of course, the Joseph Parker fight. I'd like to see Hughie fight somebody just before Parker.
Okay, a lot of people talk about the names. Okay, now look what happened when Rudenko boxed Lucas Brown.
Yes,
you know Rudenko got robbed. We all know.
We all know.
But look how Hughie made Rudenko look basic. If Hughie Fury chose to be boring, you'll beat him all day.
But hold on. Jab him. Let's be brutally honest. And this is no disrespect to Lucas Brown, because I love Lucas. I love you, brother. But you can't compare Lucas Brown to Hughie Fury in terms of pedigree, boxing pedigree. You can't.
Okay.
Although Brown is pound for pound, I would say a bigger puncher than Hughie Fury at the moment.
Oh my life! Have you asked those? There's loads that have come and.
Hold on. I can only say that for one point at the moment. The guy he knocked out, Shagayev, right, for the title, is better than anybody who's fought in his career so far. I'm just basing that on punching power. I mean, that's there on the CV. If he goes out now and knocks out Joseph Parker, then I can say, well, okay, we're looking at a heavyweight now who can really bang. He just knocked out Joseph Parker, who'd never been knocked out before. And then Joseph Parker's fought guys like, what's his name? He fought Andy Ruiz and he fought the other guy. Oh, Takam. So he fought 2 good fighters. Do you understand what I'm saying there? Or you don't get what I'm saying?
I totally understand what you're saying. But let's be brutally honest, like you said.
Yeah.
We were not Lucas Brown when he was knocked down twice and he was convicted of taking drugs in that fight. Yeah, that fight, yeah?
I'll get that fight. Okay.
Okay, rest my case right there. He was tested positive. He admitted he was banned. Am I right?
He was banned, yeah.
So if you want
so punching power, then we just put that to one side for a second then.
Okay. And Hughie's been ill. Wait till you really feel the punching power of Hughie Fury. Well, let me explain to you guys.
Of course. You know why I've got to go down this road with you, Asgar. You know why.
You need to go down this road because I want to make it clear. And I'm not just saying this, and I want to say this to all the AJ fans. AJ, I respect what he's achieved, no problem. But how dare you compare yourself to be the best in the world when you're not even the best in the country? Think about it.
Now, here comes to that point. Now, people would consider calling me an AJ hater, but I'm going to flip it this way.
I'm not an AJ hater.
I'm going to flip it this way and say, I made a statement. I said, if AJ knocks out Klitschko, he's considered the best heavyweight on the world on paper at the moment in the heavyweight rankings. Now,
so we all agree he's a paper champ.
Now, the question is, until Tyson comes back in the ring,
yep.
And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I don't want to see Tyson back in the ring until his head is right. I don't want to see Tyson back in the ring taking comeback fighting Joshua in his first fight. I don't want to see any of that. I want to see him fighting, get himself in good fighting shape. I don't want to see him in the shape he was against Joey Abel. I want to see him in good shape. I want to get him in the shape that he was against Klitschko. That sort of shape. And then let's look at a Joshua fight.
Can I pause you right? When Tyson beats Klitschko.
Yes. He was the heavyweight, best heeweight in the world.
Okay. They all says Klitschko was washed up, he was old, and this, that.
I didn't say that.
Well, we're talking about
yes
people, yeah?
Yeah. 2
years later, my mate, he's 2 years older.
Yeah.
AJ beats an old man.
Yeah.
Now, take nothing away from Anthony Joshua. He did very well. He recouped himself very well, listened to instructions.
Yes.
But was it the tied legs of Vladimir Klitschko that couldn't finish off? Because had he applied pressure, AJ would have been finished. We all know this, yeah.
Let me spin this back at you. I have a theory that because Vladimir had been for the last year and a half just constantly sparring. When you spar people, all you're doing, you're not looking to knock anybody out. You drop a guy with a right hand, and you repeat that over and over again.
Can I just say something so blunt?
Okay.
This is just my opinion.
Yeah.
You've got Ali Bashir there.
Uh-oh.
But you choose to choose Jonathan Banks.
Uh-oh.
Did I go into it, or do you want me to go into it?
You say. I've said it enough times.
Jonathan Banks is crap. He's useless. And I'm not saying useless as in, when I say I'm on about elite levels, elite coaches, elite trainers.
Can I just put a disclaimer here? Bwtm Sports does not subscribe or does not sponsor the statements made by Asgar Tair. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that because
okay. No. This is
however, as a person, as a man, I can agree with you on that. The BWTM can't. Go ahead.
This is just my opinion.
Right. Okay. Go ahead.
This is at elite world champion level.
Yes.
You've got. It's like having Lionel Messi on one side, or Scunthorpe United striker on the other. Who would you have? I'm saying exactly. You've got a man with that experience like Ali Bashir in your corner, and you're not utilizing his knowledge. And I'll tell you why they don't, because Ali Bashir is not a yes man. Jonathan Banks is. And I blame Klitschko himself.
Don't get disconnected now. Oh, there you are.
Sorry about that, my phone just rang. Okay, let me just get this out. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Listen, no disrespect to Jonathan Banks. I like Jonathan Banks. I think he's a nice guy, likable guy, but he's not on that. He's not on that level, and that's what lost him the fight. That's what lost Vladimir Klitschko the fight. That Ali Bashir is a top coach, and with a man like that, you're crazy not to use him.
Yes, Bashir was their head coach.
Was
for 3 days.
Exactly. Is that enough time?
No.
Exactly.
Do you know the story? Do you know how Jonathan Banks got into camp in the first place?
Sparring partner. And they knew that he was there alongside Emmanuel Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
And Emmanuel Stewart would always make it clear. He would make his views, his points be made. Like if he said something, that's the way it was. And that's where Ali Bashir is. And I don't think they liked it. They wanted to do it their way. That's what I'm just looking from the outside how it seems. And I think Jonathan Banks is just a yes man. He does what they say.
Do you think if Bashir was in the corner, it would have been a different situation?
100%.
What would have happened?
100%. Anthony Joshua would have been stopped. Absolutely stopped.
Okay, if Vladimir Klitschko had Bashir in his corner and Mike Tyson fought him, would it have been the same result?
No, because Tyson Fury can adapt. Peter Fury has worked every game plan possible. They're not silly. They don't just go into a fight with one game plan. Tyson Fury can adapt.
Bashir still thinks up to this day that there wasn't such a game plan, that Tyson was very much spontaneous and on the fly. And the longer the fight was going, the more confident Tyson was getting. What are your thoughts on that?
He can say what he wants, but we know there was a game plan. And like we said, he executed a plan perfectly planned by Peter Fury. Perfect. It was a masterclass plan.
Of course it was.
And the beauty of it is when a boxer makes it's like the Chavez versus Canelo fight. People may think it's boring, but Canelo made a superstar look ordinary. He made Chavez look basic. That's the art of great cornermen, great trainers, great tacticians. That's the level I put Ali Bashir in. That's just my opinion.
Question from Leon Jones, and thank you to people who are watching this from around the world. Leon Jones asked the question: seeing as this guy calls every champion who's won Tyson's belt a fake champion, would he put Fury in that category if he beats Parker? I want to hear his response.
When
That's
I say
question, actually,
it's a very good question, right? When I say we, I say Team Fury.
Yes,
we are getting that title back to the camp. Whether Tyson gets it, whether Huey gets it, it's our belts. Nobody beat us for it. Remember that. It was surrendered. It was vacated. Until somebody beats us, then they can say whatever they want. Huey Tyson is one. And these people that try to say, oh, did you want me to call Huey a paper champ or whatever champ? Listen, nobody beat the Furies. Do I make myself clear, or do you understand or not?
Okay, right. I'll wait. Happy days. Damn, this channel is so underrated. Damn, you're right. We are so underrated. Thank you very much. Seeing as Huey didn't beat Tyson. This is interesting, right? If Fury becomes WBO champion, right, and he beats Parker, as you say, Tyson comes back, right, and is the linear heavyweight champion of the world. Huey Fury can never be the linear heavyweight champion of the world unless he beats Tyson Fury. So he, in your eyes, should be considered a paper champion if that's the case.
Sounds good, but hold on. There's so many. No. You don't have to say that. We're one.
Okay, we're one.
It's like asking two brothers to fight. Come on, be real. Has anybody beaten any of the Furies?
You mean Tyson Huey? There's another Fury. There's another Fury out there as well. There's a lightweight Fury as well.
Which lightweight?
It's small. Phil Fury.
Yeah, I'm not the heavyweight division here.
Okay, heavyweight division. Has anyone beaten the heavyweight Furies? No.
Okay. Now people can say, oh, right now there's only one person who holds a ring belt magazine. Am I right? The most prestigious belt, most prestigious belt out there is a ring belt. The WBO, the IBF, the WBC don't mean check. But it's just a statement we're making. Tyson had to vacate that WBO belt. And as we all know, Huey's coming to take it back. Simple as. And together, them two will take control of the whole heavyweight division. If they don't run. Because when Stavern, and I say when, because Stavern will beat Deontay Wilder, he will beat him. And Stavern will have nowhere else to go. He'll go for the money fight. And I believe he would go for Huey Fury. And that'll be an interesting fight. That'll be a great fight.
So hold on. You believe that Stavern beats Wilder in the rematch? Why?
100%. Because look at the first fight. You could see something wasn't right. You could see that someone contaminated his drink. You could see that was not the Stavern we all know. Am I right? His reaction was wrong. Even before the fight, he said, "I don't feel right." Did he not?
He did.
End of.
Well, I said something leading up to the fight. I kept saying leading up to the fight that something amiss was going to happen. I said it, and I guess it happened. But people said, "Oh, he's fat, he's slow, he hasn't fought for 2 years, he's a bum." What are your thoughts on Bwtm as a fighter?
He is a true champion. He's held a WBC, well respected, and he's one of the champions that I do rate. I really do rate Stavern because he don't moan. He just gets on with his business. So what? You've robbed him. You've won. So what? Let's have a rematch. End of. That's the kind of attitude I like. He doesn't cry over spilt milk. Yes, you used your game. No problem. But this time, I'm sure Stavern will be on his A game. I'm sure he'll make sure nothing can make his, no one can spike his drinks. Nobody could do the ring, the gloves, or whatever. He'll be 100% for this time. So he's learned his lesson. Priceless lesson.
The Wilder right hand.
The windmill.
4 rounds, he was doing nothing against Gerald Washington, and one right hand.
Oh, are we talking about the windmill?
Yes. The helicopter, the human helicopter. That's what.
Human helicopter. Okay, maybe if you're knocking out bombs, yeah, probably work. But we're talking about fully grown heavyweight. These guys can sit on them punches all day long. May work for these journeyman heavyweights, but it ain't working for people like Stavern because they can bang back. They can sit on it and bang back. Then what are you going to do when your chin's tested?
So do you think this time round that we're going to see Deontay Wilder's chin be tested? Because last time he's going to take most of what Stavern had.
When he was drugged, yeah. Well, allegedly drugged. But this time, he will be definitely tested. And I really do think Stavern stops him. I think takes him to deep.
Early or late?
5-6.
But if Stavern were to beat Wilder, then there's going to have to be a third fight.
Why not? Why not? It's good for boxing. And in America, they need that kind of fights because in America, heavyweight boxing's kind of quiet. At the moment, England's good.
Why do you think there's so many people who don't like the idea of Stavern getting the rematch with Wilder?
Probably controls. Who controls? Maybe they don't want Don King. Is he still with Don King?
Yeah, he's still with Don King.
Well, there you go. That's the answer there. How long did it take to take the reign off Don King? And now they don't want Don King to be back in because obviously you know how Don King is. He controls everything. He's not stupid. He's a very smart man. And if he does get that title back, oh my God, boxing in America will be booming. And I think it's good for boxing in America.
Now, let's look at something here. A lot of people are giving Stavern a stick, but it's the WBC who should be blamed. Bwtm and Wilder should never have been installed in the first place of the fight because Bwtm was caught.
Can I just say something? You just talked about the WBC.
Okay.
Vladimir Klitschko's lost his last 2 fights, but he's just been put in position number 2 in the WBC rankings. How does that work? How does that work?
Good friends with the WBC? I don't know.
But ain't it based on achievements, rankings? That's what I thought it was. Or are you telling me it's a case of who knows who can get to the top?
Okay. While on that subject, let's talk about the rating of Paul Smith in the WBA.
It's exactly what it is. It's who he knows, what he knows. I don't understand why he's been given the chance, but he's been given the chance. I can't comment about something I don't really know.
Callum Smith, number 1, WBC.
It's who you know. It's who goes to the conventions, who meets who scratches who's back, I believe. What do I know?
So you think it's right?
It's boxing politics, isn't it?
Now let me throw
something
at you. I said this way back after I said for Tyson to vacate the titles. Remember I said that?
You did.
Remember I said afterwards that nobody's going to roll out a red carpet for Tyson. And I said him trying to come back into boxing is not going to be as easy as people think it's going to be. Now, his hearing was meant to be ended this week. Now they're saying they're putting it forward to July because it's a complicated case. But if it was complicated then, when it's complicated, why did they have the hearing then? Why couldn't they push it forward and said, okay, look, we're going to have to push this hearing a little further forward. Why are you now pushing it to July now? Why could you not have that case kind of like, okay, they knew it was complicated. Why are they allowing the man to get himself back in the gym and start training and get himself in shape Why couldn't Usman said, listen, you know, we don't, looking at this case, we think that this is not gonna, you know, we're gonna push to July. Why couldn't have said something? Why go for all of that? I don't understand. Maybe you've got better insight than I have.
I haven't, to be fair. I'm only going what Frank Warren said. UCAD or whoever went on hearsay. They didn't go on facts, did they? A lot of the media went on hearsay, not fact. The case is definitely you can see something getting right. They've stitched up Hughie and Tyson. They've made allegations. They've slandered him. They've lost him so much, mentally, physically, broken him. I can't really comment about a case I don't know, but what I do know is something ain't right, and it's not good. Tyson Fury is good for boxing. Heavyweight boxing needs him. It's clear cut.
Okay, let's have a look here. There's stuff. Here we go. Do you think AJ ducks Luis Ortiz or Wilder ducking him too?
Well, like you said, Wilder's definitely fighting Stavern, so there's no ducking with Wilder, is there?
No. So AJ and Luis Ortiz.
For who?
AJ.
No,
Luis
no.
Ortiz.
Ortiz is he not taking AJ to court over the WBA challenge?
Supposedly so.
And doesn't he have to also fight? Is it Pulev he has to fight?
Yep.
So it's a case of trying to offer them the money to not to take a back to step back, or lose one of the belts. I believe they're going to do what they did to Tyson to AJ. I think because they don't want one person to have full control. That's what I think. I don't really know. Okay. I know one belt's definitely going to get stripped.
He'll get stripped to the IBF, definitely. You can see it coming.
Sad, really.
Hughie, okay, Leon Jones says Hughie is his own man. The fact is, Parker is seen as a paper champion. So beating him doesn't mean he's a world champion. Just because you're in the same team, I like and respect Asgar's opinion. But you can't make one wrong for everyone and then change it for your own agenda. My opinion.
No, let me get this clear. It's valid. Listen, let me make this crystal
That's Leon Jones.
Leon Jones, hear me carefully. There's only one recognized title. One. That's the ring belt the ring belt itself.
Yeah.
Held by Tyson Fury, the true champion. Okay? Then you've got the WBO, the WBA, WBC, IBF, IBO, whatever there is, yeah? Hughie Fury is going for the WBO, and he will win the WBO as world WBO champion. But Tyson Fury still holds the ring belt. It's who has the ring belt is recognized in my eyes as the number one. It's the guy that beat the guy. End of. So if you want to try and say, which obviously trying to say that Hughie is this, Hughie's that, listen, he's a WBO king. End of. But the one true champion is the one that holds a ring belt. End of. Does it make it clear?
That makes it very clear to me.
Are you happy, Mr. Jones?
Yeah, Mr. Jones, Leon Jones. Is that happy? Are you happy with that?
Are you happy?
How is Tyson's weight cut going, and how long is it till we see him back? Sorry if you answered this, but I came in late.
Okay, Tyson, you obviously can see from the pictures he's looking fantastic. From what he was to what he is now, you see there's a massive change. I'm happy that he's happy. I'm happy that he's getting the right help. I can see there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You can see what's going on. The whole world will see how the whole conspiracy against him, how they, they've tried everything, whatever. And now all of a sudden you kind of adjourned the case. It's supposed to have ended last week or this week. Now you can see there's something. Now, as long as Tyson is mentally and physically happy, that's what it's all about, is health and well-being. Whether he comes back to boxing, whether he does or don't, it's not really an issue. His happiness and well-being is the main thing. And he's looking happy and he looks well. That's all we're bothered about.
Now, I heard a story that Tyson actually didn't do the cocaine and he just said it to go along with a story. That's one story I've heard. I don't know how true it is because I don't know the man himself personally like that.
I really couldn't comment because I don't know.
All right. So we can leave that one right there.
I really don't.
You don't know. Okay, cool. Brian Lee Davis says, if you can argue that point for Stavern, why can't you argue the same point with the Fury versus Klitschko? Because it was obvious Klitschko was having an off night with Fury.
Right. Who said that comment?
Brian Lee Davis.
Mr. Davis.
Or Davison.
I know, Mr. Davison. Now, you can say whatever you want about Klitschko had a bad day. It's heavyweight boxing. You know that Klitschko tried all the tricks in the book, and he got exposed. The boxing glove, the wraps, the sponge, you name it, the shoe, the shoes, the blocks in the shoes, everything. Now, you look to say whatever you said. Tyson made a great champion who was 38 at the time look ordinary. He made him look basic. He made him that look so crap that you guys are even saying that he was an old off-day Klitschko. Now, give Tyson his credit. That's how good he was. He made a great champion look ordinary. And talking about Tyson, let me tell you what kind of person, and I get upset when people have this negative view against Tyson. Yeah?
Go ahead.
Let me give you an example. Like yesterday, I was at the schoolboy championships. I seen a young kid who was down, nerves, didn't feel confident. And I went over, I thought, I'll speak to him, see how he is. And he goes, you know Tyson Fury, don't you? I said, yeah. He goes, what's that? I'd love to meet him. I said, listen, why don't we give Tyson a quick call? Tyson spoke to the kid, didn't have to, even gave him a personal message. And you see the kid's confidence boost up. And let me make this clear, Tyson is loved by the people. He's the people's champ, the ring belt champ, the real champ. Forget what this media tries to portray that he's not really liked. He is liked. He's idolized. Understand? He's a true people's champ. He gives time. He's not one of them. He's not one of them guys that go out there for publicity. He doesn't buy his team this, that, the other. If you ask Tyson for anything, he'll do it for you. He'll give you anything. The beauty of Tyson Fury, he gives you his time. He's a great man. And when he does return, you'll see this. I wish the whole world sees what I see. A good man.
Okay. Thanks for that, Asgar. Appreciate that. WJW Godson says Shannon Briggs is coming for all them dudes.
Who hasn't Shannon Briggs chased? Okay. Shannon Briggs needs to have watched the. Did you watch James Toney win the WBF?
I didn't see the fight. How did he do?
It was like the Phantom Punch in Ali versus Sonny Liston. The Phantom Punch knocked him out. It was great. Great entertainment.
How long did the fight go?
I don't really know. I think it was around 6 or fully in. I don't know. I'd seen the great knockout. Well,
the Phantom Punch. Okay.
Don't get me wrong. If Shannon Briggs came looking for us, we'd probably laugh our head off to probably take photos with him because he's a funny guy.
But Briggs is a puncher. He's one of the biggest punchers in heavyweight boxing, without a shadow of doubt.
Probably was.
You don't think he still is?
Every heavyweight's got a puncher's chance, but how can you hit when you cannot see? How can you hit when? What can you hit when the guy doesn't stand still and moves too fast? Tyson and Huey are like the Matrix.
I used to say that about Fraser Quendo.
What do you mean? I thought we were talking about Shannon Briggs.
Yeah, Briggs is fighting Quendo for the title, isn't he? The world title.
Which version is that?
WBA regular.
I hope he gets it. I really do hope Shannon Briggs gets it. If he doesn't give himself a heart attack. I really do wish he gets it because he deserves it. He's entertaining for boxing, but that's the fun side of boxing. Let's get serious boxing. Let's talk proper class boxing. Let's talk Tyson Fury, Huey Fury. Let's talk Deontay Wilder. Let's talk about Anthony Joshua. These are the real boxers.
You've got one here that. Here we go. Oh dear.
Just say as is.
Chindu Amadi. This Asgar punk epitomizes what's wrong with Team Fury. Just a bunch of whiny, hating pussies who hate for no good reason whatsoever. Just listen to how much they hate on AJ. Okay, I'll finish it. And how much they hate on AJ and try to discredit him. And you'll think Joshua's never had a personal problem with them. Disgraceful. Every time you hear it is, I like AJ, but then proceed to disrespect him. Ridiculous.
Okay.
He hasn't finished yet. He says, aside from Peter, no one else from that stable has a modicum of reason. Okay. You're right to reply, Mr. Asgar.
At the end of the fight, who did AJ call out?
Tyson
What did
Fury.
he say?
Tyson Fury.
Okay. Have we not said AJ did very well to win the fight? Did we not say he did great to recoup? Recap my memory. Did I not say he listened to his corner? It was a great achievement. Okay. Did I not say this?
You said
Now we're
that.
not blind. Had a fit, Vladimir Klitschko stepped up on Anthony Joshua. What's the likelihood he would have been stopped? Highly likely, won't it? Round 6. But we can't talk about what if, but whatever. He won the fight. Now, let's be honest. Do you think Anthony Joshua could really trouble Tyson Fury? If you had to put your house on it, who would you put your house on? So let's not be kidding ourselves.
The Tyson Fury that fought Vladimir Klitschko.
Can I also say this?
But not the 350-pound Tyson Fury.
I believe Tyson could beat him now. I genuinely do.
Even that 350-pound guy that's out of shape could beat Joshua.
Okay. Without mentioning names, in fact, I don't know how to say this without actually naming somebody. Forget it. Listen, everyone's got their own opinion. I know right now Tyson.
You've put yourself in a situation because you're talking to me, right? My spider senses are tingling.
No.
Tyson did a recent sparring session when he was overweight. How did that sparring session go?
I wouldn't know. I wasn't there.
Oh dear. So the guy, Dubois, was it Dubois that went into the sparring session with Tyson?
I don't know. Hey, didn't he spar Anthony Joshua recently?
He did. He did a while back. Yeah, we know what happened there. You bumped into?
You tell me. I don't know.
You know who I bumped into the other day, actually?
Please tell me.
Fraser Clark.
Fraser is a class act. I reckon he'll be a great future champion. Then.
I met him, and I asked him straight in his face, "Did you knock Joshua out in sparring?" You know what he said to me? He looked at me. He went, "What's in the gym stays in the gym." I said, "Thank you very much for that."
Fraser Clark is and will be a world champion. Make no mistake. Wow. I love Fraser Clark. He's such a great, what he does. And take nothing away from Anthony Joshua. He does a lot for charities, a lot for schools, a lot for people. So those that think that we hate Anthony Joshua, they're deluded. Let me explain to you. Like Tyson said, who do you think we was backing when Anthony Joshua was fighting Klitschko? Think about it. We wanted Anthony Joshua. It's a 50 million pound fight. Of course Tyson wants Anthony Joshua. Of course we want Anthony Joshua to fight Tyson. We wanted Anthony Joshua to win. Believe me, there's no one that wants. He's a good guy. He's good for boxing, but he's being rushed, in my opinion.
Now, Mr. Davidson says WBC rankings are junk. These should be mandatory.
What should be mandatory?
Sorry, go ahead.
Say it again.
The WBC rankings are junk. OT should be mandatory.
WBA, you mean? It's not WBC.
He's saying he should be WBC mandatory.
Well, okay.
Happy Day says, why do want fight Ortiz? That's the problem. By the way, not hating Asgar. I think a big Tyson wipes the floor with Joshua, and the articles recently have made me lose the faith.
What article?
I don't know. WJW Godson says they're all ducking Luis Ortiz.
Yeah. You know about that fat man?
Luis Ortiz is so overrated. Who has he fought? Nobody who can punch. I've said this before.
You know, you get people that just don't know about boxing.
Mr. Davis says Tyson's a boring fighter. There is not excitement when watching him. Jab and run, jab, run. Heavyweight should go for knockout. Hey,
Mr. Davison, you need to remember one thing. You're talking about boring. Flipping hell, I spent £3 on somebody last night. That was your mother, and she was boring. So don't be disrespecting. I'm sorry. Listen, you can hate on Tyson. You can say whatever you want. Who's the ring belt champion? Tyson Fury. Undefeated, and he will be back. Huey will take the WBO, possibly the WBA or the IBF. Tyson clear up the rest.
A lot of talk about Ortiz. I'm going to kind of skip the Ortiz talk.
Ortiz, listen, it's like, I'm not interested in Ortiz. He's a joke.
Tyson made his views quite clear about Luis Ortiz. Everyone's jumping on his Luis Ortiz bandwagon. We don't quite understand the Luis Ortiz story, but anyway, Leon Jones says, I can respect that opinion from Asgar. Good to get him on because we don't hear enough from the Fury camp now. So nice to get some things cleared up. Hope his gym is doing better.
Me too. Listen, it's always good. The gym will always do well if you stay dedicated. I'm sure we'll create more champions.
Your mate Chindu's back. Chindu Amadi says the ring belt in Tyson Fury's hands means diddly squat. He had a 2-fight contract to become
Stop.
Stop.
Mr. Chindu, you just says the WB, what he said, ring belt means Scott, what, diddly?
The ring belt in Tyson Fury's hands means diddly squat. He had a
Absolutely. Just like his opinion. Diddly squat. Jog on. But I do like the comments. Fire him away, Mr. Chindu.
He goes, then he won the first fight and wouldn't fulfill the rematch obligation.
And what do you want me to do about it?
Chindu continues saying, how can you brag about the ring belt when he has never once defended the #1 position, even once?
Expecting Mr. Chindu, how could you even give a comment? You've never even stepped in the ring, so shut up.
Leon Jones says, Vladimir looked good against Joshua because Joshua is a stationary target. He is easy to hit. Fury never stayed in Klitschko's comfort space. That's why Fury made Vlad look levels below he is.
Is this Mr. Jones that we were debating with earlier?
That's Mr. Leon Jones, yes.
Hey, flipping hell. Starting to agree on something here.
Mr. Davison comes back again. He says, I agree with what you say, but I just heard you argue the same thing for Stavern. If you compare Klitschko in the Fury fight to the Klitschko in the Joshua fight, it is clear the difference.
Is this Mr. Davidson?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Davidson, it's like you've got too much wax in your ears. What I said was, Stavern said there was something wrong with his drinks. He says he wasn't feeling right, like he'd been drugged. That's why he performed the way he did. Vladimir Klitschko, there was nothing wrong with him. Tyson made him look ordinary, made him look your average boxer.
JWJ says, you crazy. Shannon Briggs is a real boxer.
Great. Go and support him. Go and watch him. Fantastic. Buy his t-shirt.
Leon Jones says, Asgar. He says, LOL is dealing with conflict pretty well, to be fair.
Listen, a lion never loses sleep over the opinion of sheep. Remember that.
JWJW. Sorry, Godson. Remember, Tyson Fury had been knocked down before.
And he got up. Muhammad Ali was knocked down. He got up. But your point is what?
Anthony Joshua got knocked down. So what?
Exactly. And what?
I will say something. Anthony Joshua joins a group of very special heavyweights. I would say greats, and I'll say in this point, he's done something that Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson have never done, and they're considered heavyweight greats. And do you know what that is?
No.
Watch it. Here it comes. Straight through the middle, down the pipe. Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis have never got up in a world title fight and won and gone on to win a fight.
True.
Joshua's done it. Klitschko's done it.
But who has? Yeah, if I give the man credit, can't say nothing against it.
I want you. But you're a man who knows his boxing, so I want to hear you. I want to hear what you got to say about that. That puts you in a very. Even Holyfield's done it. Holyfield's got off the deck against Burt Cooper. He got off the deck to come back and beat Burt Cooper. World title fight. Tyson's never got off the deck and won a fight, nor the great Lennox Lewis. Muhammad Ali got off the deck.
Did Larry Holmes?
Ernie Shavers hit him with a thunderous right hand, and he got up.
So, because of that, you're saying he should be classed as a legend?
No, I'm saying he's done something that legends haven't done. Joshua's done it, and Klitschko's done it. So that I think that puts fighters. There is something about that category of fight. I don't know if you can call them legends, but they've shown when the going gets tough, they can get off the deck and win a fight. That is something very special. Two legendary fighters, Lewis and Tyson, have never done it, but they get applause all around the world.
Good PR team. Listen, Anthony Joshua did very well. Make no mistake. You know his achievements. You know he's done very well.
I'm not saying that makes Anthony Joshua the greatest thing since sliced bread, but it puts him in a very unique category of fighters to get off the deck and win. Because what I'm saying is two of the great fighters.
Okay, stop.
Yes.
I've done something, apart from Floyd Mayweather,
Yeah.
that none of these greats have done.
What's that?
Never lost a fight. Never lost a pro fight. Does that make me a great? Am I in a unique group?
Of not losing a fight?
Yeah, I've never lost a pro fight.
But have you had a pro fight?
Exactly, but it doesn't matter. I've never had a pro fight.
Wait, no. You've got to be in it. No, you've got to be. No. I just.
Doesn't matter.
No. Those are two great fighters who've got legendary status. Holy, Tyson and Lewis, two Hall of Famers. Now I want to see you get out of this one. This is me now.
Okay.
Get out of this one. Joshua's done something that two Hall of Famers couldn't do. Get off the deck to win. The undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox Lewis, couldn't get off the deck to win a fight. Mike Tyson, one of the baddest men on the planet, couldn't do it.
Why is Mike Tyson the baddest man on the planet?
Well, he was. Wait, he was recognized.
Who did he beat that was at peak?
No, that's beside the point.
There we go.
I know you say with Tyson, but you tried to let the average man, the average blow on the street about Mike Tyson. I don't have him in my top 5 greatest fighters, heavyweight fighters. I don't.
Did I not just say earlier? There's an opinion of sheep. Lions don't lose sleep over the opinion of sheep. Most people don't even have a clue about real boxing. Most people are ex-WWE fans, like we know, yeah? And let me give you an example. Has Anthony Joshua ever won the Ring Belt magazine? The Ring Belt? No.
He hasn't yet. He hasn't yet, but he has done something that a lot of heavyweights haven't done.
And you're saying get off the deck
and win a fight.
After
Tyson's done it. Tyson's done it.
If that puts him in a unique group. Listen, yippity doo dah, give this man a Blue Peter badge or whatever you want to give him.
Well, you know what? Well, then in that case, we're going to give Joshua a Blue Peter badge. We're going to give Klitschko a Blue Peter badge, and we'll give Tyson Fury a Blue Peter badge because they've got off the deck to win. How can you claim a guy's got heart and a great chin if they don't get off the deck to win a fight? If you're going to criticize Klitschko's chin and you're going to criticize Joshua's chin, then you've got to criticize Lewis and Tyson, and you've got to say both guys lacked heart.
Okay, Klitschko got up from the champion hitting him. He got up. He was never knocked out. He was stopped. Big difference. Okay.
Samuel Peter. Remember the Samuel Peter fight?
Yep.
He got dropped by Samuel Peter. Did he not get up and beat Samuel Peter?
Yep, I do.
Several times. More than once he got knocked down by Samuel Peter. World champion. Lewis got knocked out by Rackman and Oliver McCall.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson got dropped by Holyfield. Beat up by Buster Douglas.
Williams.
Yeah. Never got up to win those fights.
That's what you're going to have to do to keep these guys down, eh? Real champions that refuse to go down. And the only way you're going to keep them down is knocking them out.
Evander Holyfield, though, got off the deck and won. So when we talk about heart and greatness, those guys have got to be put there in terms of heart and being able to get off the deck. Joshua's only done it once now. Klitschko couldn't do it the second time round when he fought Joshua, but he's done it. He's got off the deck and tried to win a fight. But he's done it before. He's won a fight before.
Ingram, are you really trying to put Anthony Joshua because of that, of getting off the floor against Vladimir Klitschko?
But wait. Who hit him on the chin? Who hit him on the chin?
With some 41-year-old man.
Vladimir Klitschko on the chin, and that's still a world-class heavyweight, I say, Vladimir Klitschko. That right hand would have knocked out most heavyweights. Are you saying
which shot are you on about?
The one they hit Joshua with.
He dropped, he got back up.
That's what I'm saying to you. It's not like
And
Lewis got knocked out by Oliver McCall. He's not going to go down to heavy
no.
greatness. Wait, hold on.
I'm giving the man credit for getting up. And
Yeah,
what
I'm not making
is,
it. I'm not saying
you're
that.
saying,
Yes,
you are. You're saying he deserves to be in an elite group.
Well, it's an elite group if you get up to in a world title fight and win and beat the.
So I deserve to be in that elite group, undefeated, baby, undefeated.
Well, then you'll be in the same group as Keyboard Warriors because they're undefeated too as well, and Couch Potatoes, they're undefeated as well.
I'm the king of the Keyboard Warriors, mate. I'm the
and
king of them.
My grandma might be heavyweight champion of the world as well.
Hey, that's right. No, hey, different ball game. I said undefeated, but heavyweight champion.
Okay, I digress. But still, I think it's a special quality to have as a champion to get off the deck and win a fight.
But let's be serious now. It's what being a champion's all about, is having that grit.
Oh, now that's wait. Now you see, you contradict yourself there. So then you're saying Lewis and Tyson were not champions?
No, they were knocked out.
Lennox and Tyson got knocked out. So you're gonna have to get yourself out of this little one. You got yourself in there now.
Yeah, let's go. Far away. Okay.
You've just said
when Mike Tyson was beaten by Buster Douglas.
Yes.
He was exhausted. He was robbed. He knocked out Buster Douglas for what? 13 to 17 seconds count. He gave it everything.
Yes.
Okay? It's clear. It's fact. Mike Tyson didn't train for Buster Douglas in Tokyo. We all know this.
Okay.
Okay. And he deserves to be knocked out because that's what you get for taking a challenger, for granted. So I'm not going to discuss Mike Tyson. When he was knocked out again, he couldn't get up because he hurt his knee. Was that against
Holyfield? You forget about the Holyfield fight.
Yep, it was a knee.
He got beat up and knocked out.
Yeah, he did. Against a hungrier guy. Again, this was not old Mike Tyson, not a young Mike Tyson.
Oh, wait. This is the same Mike Tyson that walked straight through Frank Bruno. And did a better job on top of Bruno the second time round than the first time round.
Stop right there.
Well, hold on. Not stop. Wait. Not stop.
Hold on. Did you dare compare Frank Bruno, he's a good man, by the way, with Evander Holyfield?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No.
Oh, my life.
No, I didn't compare them. I just said that you said Mike Tyson was an old man. I'm saying Mike Tyson went out and did a number on Bruno quicker than he did the first time round.
Frank Bruno was an old man as well.
Bruno supposedly was a better fighter then. And he actually beat Oliver McCall for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Against a crackhead, Oliver McCall.
That same crackhead. Hold, careful what you say there. That same crackhead knocked out Lennox Lewis.
Well, before he knocked out Lennox Lewis, he didn't have the money to buy his crack. He knocked out Lennox Lewis, got the money for crack, and he became crack addict. We know this. Come on. Anyway, listen, forget all that. This is going nowhere. Let's talk any more questions.
We do know this debate wouldn't be happening on Sky Sports. We do know that much.
That it wouldn't happen on Sky Sports.
No, it wouldn't be happening on Sky Sports.
I know.
While I'm at it, let's talk about this little situation here with Warren and Hearn, and the Warren, Hearn, and who's meant to be fighting for the heavyweight championship world next? Why is it that anytime there's some sort of champion about, I mean, Eddie Hearn seems to come out and say, well, Tony Bell's going to get a world title shot. I remember him saying that stuff about the Bermain Staverne's going to fight Joshua when we knew that was never going to happen. And then we've got the situation, so it seems like a Hearn versus Warren war again.
No, it's not. Listen, Eddie Hearn is not on the same level as Frank Warren. Frank Warren's a proper boxing man. His boxing knowledge is unbelievable. Now, Frank Warren is stating fact. Parker must face Hughie Fury for the WBO title next. End of. Eddie Hearn is playing it smart. He's saying that Bellew could have a title shot, whether it's today or in next year or 10 years. He's not lying. He possibly could have a title shot. But the next fight will be Parker versus Hughie Fury. End of.
So Sad says, this Asgar guy is a spoilt brat. He can't take it when you don't agree with him. The guy's trash. Oh,
your mother's trash. Who's that? Tell him his mother's trash. He nicked my boxer shorts for his dad. Tell your mother to return my boxer shorts, you tramp. Trash. Look at your mother before you call anyone else a Trump.
BWTM does not endorse the comments of Mr. Asgar Tair. Disclaimer. Moving on. You are in an entertaining mood today, Asgar, aren't you?
Hey, listen, I'm ready.
He goes, Asgard, tell your man Tyson to get his ass off Burger King seat and defend the Ring magazine against them. Then easy to sit there for 2 years bragging about absolutely doing nothing.
Who said that?
Leon Jones is back again.
Leon Jones, tell your mother to get off his cock and fuck off home, Trump.
Right. Do you think Tyson will have some ring rust when he returns? Says Happy Days.
Obviously.
Bayloric, you can see through this guy's bullshit. Thank you.
Who said that?
So sad.
It says it all. That's your name. So sad.
Ingram, Asgar is speaking nonsense here. Move on.
That's what I said to his mother. Move on. Try to chat me up with Trump.
Lots of contradictions. Argue a point for other fighters, but when it comes to Furies, it's a different thing. Haha, funny guy, says Mr. Davison.
Mr. Davison, my name's Asgar Tair. It's not Asgar Fury. I'm just talking about.
That was good though. That was good. Come on. Now, that was good. Asgar Fury. That was good. You got to be fair. That was good. You didn't think that was good. I mean, that's a compliment. I got to say, it's a compliment. Asgar Fury. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it sounds good, doesn't it? It is a compliment. Now, let me explain to these people. I'm talking because Tyson beat the man that beat the man. He is the ring belt champion. Yeah? Tyson's never been beaten in the ring or out the ring. Tyson is the number one. We all know the politics behind it. He will return like Ali returned and went on to become the greatest. Now, in my opinion, Tyson Fury is the modern day Muhammad Ali, without a doubt. Now, I do, but generally believe Tyson Fury can go on to become the greatest of all time if he continues to be the same Tyson Fury that beat Klitschko. Why can't he?
It's said that this guy can't talk boxing without being straight and not favouring his own team, Leon Jones. And he continues with saying, Asgar's Fury tattooed on his arse cheek.
I've got a what? Okay, if he thinks I've got a Fury tattoo on my arse cheek, ask his mother. Tell him to ask his mother. She seen my arse last night. Tell her, was there any tattoo on my arse?
You also said you probably got custom-made Tyson Fury condoms too. Where do these people come from? You got to laugh, ain't you? I mean,
I think these guys are brilliant. I love them because it's passion. I love the boxing passion.
Just the thought of Tyson Fury condoms, I mean, it's quite funny actually, quite hilarious. Oh, I don't think anyone's gonna ever take me serious again. Seriously, they won't take me serious again. I'm not sure about you, but I ain't taking me seriously again.
Hey,
they're gonna call me WTM Joke Sports. That's what they're gonna call me.
Hey, it's all good.
It's all good. It's all fun.
Nothing personal, by the way, guys out there. Nothing personal, just banter.
There's Mr. Davison says, "You sleep with too many mothers." Right. Tyson Fury, greatest of all time, utter madness.
They also said that Muhammad Ali then was Cassius Clay. They also said that he was mad when he said, "I will be the greatest. I must be the greatest." They said he was mad then, didn't he? Now today, what's everybody saying? Who's the greatest?
Now here's something here for you to think about. Tyson Fury is somebody, in my estimation, that I think a lot of people have missed the boat on in terms of his reading of the game. He told me way back when everyone was rating David Price up, he said, David Price is a bottle job. That's when Price was knocking everyone out. Got a bad cough, you're going to forgive me. But anyway, he said that David Price was a bottle job. This is when David Price was being considered the best heavyweight in the world. He was going to knock out Klitschko's. He were taking all the Klitschko on the same night. This is when Tony Bellew said that David Price is ready for the Klitschko's right now after knocking out Matt Skelton. All right. Now, Tyson said that he was a bottle job and he was nowhere near the man. He also said that he would go on, whenever the fight was with Klitschko, he would go on and beat Klitschko. He said it. And he said, back then, I am the greatest heavyweight in this era. He said it. He said, I looked at all the fighters. I'm the greatest heavyweight in this era. And a lot of people mistake Tyson's tongue-in-cheek comments for his actual knowledge of the game. He's a very knowledgeable game. He knows the history of the sport very, very, very well. I remember once asking him when he jumped over the fence and took off his shirt with him and Chisora and offered Chisora out for a fight because Chisora didn't want to fight for the British title, and that fight was made. I said, would you have done the same thing if you'd been in the era of Riddick Bowe, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, and Lennox Lewis? Would you have done the same things? He stopped and he laughed at me. He never answered the question. See, but there's one thing about Tyson Fury. He knows the game. He knows the game very well. And a lot of people take his
absolute smart
his
man.
PR.
People don't realize.
The guy's a genius. The guy's a genius. And I said, you know, if you look at the history of geniuses in sport, they have great highs and they've got tremendous lows. So, and the stuff about mental illness with Tyson going way back, I remember going way back before the Kevin Johnson fight, and it was highlighted back then. He was having a lot of depressive moments back then, but people kind of ignored as, well, it's just stories. It's not true. And look where he is now in 2017. You know, he's got everything in his makeup to come back and really cause havoc in the heavyweight division if his mind is right. And that's the key. His mind has to be right. Tyson Fury, his mind has to be right. Not about his body, his mind. Do you know, because he's going to have to overcome a lot of things, not just this UCAD hearing. He's going to have to deal with the British Boxing Board of Control, then the politics of him being able to get a world title shot. What was the situation in terms of when he gave those belts up? Was there any mandatory positions he'd have where he would be the next guy in line? Where does he get put back in the ratings? Does he become number one in all the governing bodies again? What happens? What contract did the Furies sign before those belts were handed over? Those are the stuff I'd like to know. Do you know anything about that?
I don't. The only person who can answer that is Mick Hennessy, Frank Warren, Pete Fury, Tyson Fury, or Huey. In terms of the politics side or the business side of anything to do with the Furies, I had no zero, literally. All I'm interested in is Tyson's happy as well. If he comes back into boxing, it'll be good for boxing. If he doesn't and he's happy, so be it. Respect his wishes. Sorry.
There's some things that are still unclear for me. There's too much contradiction with Tyson, though. And the one thing I will put at his door, and if I ever get a chance to call him, I will ask him the question. He said that he was quite happy to go in a caravan and go and live a life like old-fashioned times, boiling a kettle on the stove and all sort of stuff. And that sounded all quite romantic and quite nostalgic of Tyson, very retro. And I love to hear him say that. But he's saying that on one hand, and then on the other hand, he's talking about dominating the heavyweight division. And he, of course, in between, he was getting abused while he was champion. I mean,
okay, listen, let's just make it clear. A lot of the comments Tyson made that people jump on was when he wasn't feeling well. But he's getting better, and now he's making it clear he's going to come back and he wants to dominate the heavyweight division again. That's the difference.
But how does he know? If it's stress related, what his issues are, if they're stress related, how does he know that until he's back in the firing pan, whether he really wants to be there again, and can he maintain that again consistently?
Well, let's just look what he said before. From what he said, before, he's backed his chap. So I go by what Tyson says. I believe what he says because I know once he's got his mind set on it, he will achieve it. Once the mind believes, the mind believes, the body can achieve. That's what
Absolutely.
I believe. And like you said, Tyson is one of the smartest people in boxing. People don't realize how intellectual Tyson really is.
Very smart. In the top 10 in the heavyweight division, he is. I've spoken to a lot of guys in the heavyweight division, but he's very intellectual and he's very smart. Very smart. He's got vision. He can see into the future. I don't mean like he's a mystic, but he can actually see certain things. The amount of things he said to me that
Absolutely.
would come true and have come true.
Same with Peter Fury. These people are just super sharp, super smart, and they know boxing inside out. There's nothing you can tell these guys. They're not. They don't give you an opinion without thinking. They're talking facts, things they know. They're not stupid.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. A lot of people aren't going to like that, but let's see what people say. Bro, Leon John, stop. I'm dying here, bro. Oh my god. What round does Joshua knock Tyson out in your opinion? 5th or 6th?
Is he asking me? Is he asking me?
Yes.
What round does Anthony Joshua knock out who?
Tyson.
Anthony Joshua couldn't knock out Tyson Fury even in his dreams. Even in his own dreams, he gets knocked out.
Leon Jones says Ingram coughing like Asgar did when Tyson was getting deep throated by him. LOL.
Yeah.
The Inspector Monkfish says, but Fury prevented him from performing. This guy looks like he wants to cry, says So Sad. Please get rid of him and interview Ali Bashir. This guy is weird. Leon Johns continues going, hello.
Listen, who says that? Who said I was weird?
So Sad.
So Sad. I must be weird from pimping your mother, you Trump.
The Inspector Monkfish says Eric Crumble is greatest of all time. Whoever that is. Asgard getting rudy in the comments, says YouTube. James says that Klitschko versus Fury was one of the worst he's ever seen, and he's never watched it again. LOL. And he knew the real greatest of all time. LOL.
And
Ingram, have you actually looked at Tyson's resume over his nearly 10-year career? You can be a fan, but this is too much, lad. How many cover fights do you think Fury should have?
how many what?
Fights should Fury have?
Should Fury have?
Yeah.
21.
Tyson, how many comeback fights should he have before he...
It's whatever Peter says. Whatever Peter Fury says, go by that, because Peter knows best.
JD makes an interesting point here. Fury got beat by bummed McDermott in the first fight. I bet JD loves his Amaro bums. Spot on, Jay. What are your thoughts about that fight? I mean, it's a long time ago, man, the fight between Tyson and John McDermott, the first one. But Tyson explained that
Okay, was Peter Fury in his corner?
No.
End it there then.
Asgar will go cousin his Tyson pillar when he's off, being ridiculed big time. LOL.
Say it again.
Hold on. Asgar will go cuddle his Tyson Fury pillow when he goes off, being ridiculed here big time.
Hey, my man, I've got £5. I'm going to cuddle your mother. I'm going to pay her £5, bring her over and cuddle her. Shut your mouth. Cuddle Tyson pillow.
Chris Asgar. Okay, let's talk everything not Fury now. Let's leave Fury for a side. Can we leave the Furies for a second? Because you've got a good knowledge about the sport of boxing. Let's get you on another controversial subject. BT Sports, Box Nation, and Sky Sports.
Yep.
I have to say, Frank Warren's put on some cracking cards recently. What are your thoughts?
He's always put on cracking fights. He's a boxing man. He gives us 50-50 fights. He doesn't deliver these easy wins where you know who the winners are going to be. Frank Warren's a proper boxing man. Make no mistake. And I'm so glad he's joined up with BT Sports, because now he's got the backing and he can deliver to a wider audience and show what real talent we have in the UK and globally.
Last night, I have to say, I thought Kiko Martinez won last night, but hey, that's just me.
I didn't watch the fight, to be fair.
I thought Kiko Martinez won. I thought he was outworking
Was that against
Warrington.
Warrington?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still a
Listen,
bit. Go ahead.
Sometimes people get, some people have a bad night. People will always have an opinion. At the end of the day, it's all about who gets the W. End of.
What are your thoughts on this? If you know the guy like Chavez Jr. and Canelo, that fight seems to be like a sparring session because Chavez was told at no certain times, don't try and win this fight because we've got Canelo Golovkin signed and sealed and delivered. Just go out there and just box circle, just go around the ring and just move, stay on your back foot and don't try and engage too much. That's what it seemed to me.
No. It was, listen, Canelo went in there confident. He even put bet his whole purse on this fight because styles make fighting. He made a great champion look ordinary.
But Chavez didn't go on the front foot. Chavez was on the back foot.
I don't know why. I definitely don't know why.
He was trying to box Canelo in the biggest fight of his life.
Well, when you try to take it to Canelo, look what happened with Amir Khan. Amir Khan was doing... No, I've got to say this. I've got to say it. He was doing all right until he got involved. So he stepped forward.
Wait. Amir Khan's boxing IQ is 0. It's his boxing IQ that's caused him to get knocked out on every occasion. Number one, comes rushing at the corner against Breeders Prescott, who's a noted puncher. Okay, fine. Number two, goes rushing at his corner trying to knock out Danny Garcia, noted puncher, left hook, bang. Now against Canelo. Now,
listen,
how he's got knocked out every time has been exactly the same. Exactly the same. That's got nothing to do with speed or his combination punching or his footwork. It's his brain, boxing brain. That's why Mayweather's a genius. Is his boxing brain. And Khan's lack of boxing brain and able to box to game plans against punchers when there's danger about, he always fails. Always fails. And he's lucky he didn't get knocked out by Maidana as well. I'm sorry, I can't. For all the razzle-dazzle Khan is, you knew it was going to happen against Canelo because he would have made that one mistake and bang, that's it. Canelo just waiting. He said, all right, fine. All right, okay, fine. Yep, I see that. Yep, I see that. Yep, see it. Right, I see the opening. I'm seeing the opening. I want to go for the opening. All right, okay, bang, that's it. One shot. You saw when he threw the shot, he just turned his back and walk off because he knew. I mean, boxing IQ 0 or very little.
I'm not going to comment on that.
He keeps making the same mistakes over and over. It doesn't matter what trainer he goes to, from Freddie Roach to Virgil Hunter to Oliver. What's his name? Oliver Harrison, who I don't rate as a trainer, but Oliver Harrison. I mean, you tell me. He makes the same mistakes over and over and over again. But people cover it up with
not my business.
But people cover it up with the same. Oh, he's got speed. He's exciting. Yeah, but he gets chinned when he fights big punches. And I don't know how people thought he was going to beat Floyd Mayweather. I don't know how.
He generates money. Yeah, he has an interest. He has a crowd. He's in demand.
But how he beats Floyd Mayweather. Never mind the rest of it. How he beats Floyd Mayweather. He had Danny Garcia problems. He had Prescott problems. He had problems with Maidana. I mean, he had problems with Julio Diaz had dropped him. He had problems with Algieri. And you talk about beating Floyd Mayweather. Well, what planet? Certainly not on EA. Probably on EA Sports, maybe. I love Khan. I love him, but
I'm not going to comment. I can't. I don't. It's not. No interest to me.
It's just shortcomings. I love Khan, but it's just his shortcomings.
I don't know. Never met him. I couldn't comment on him.
Okay. All right. Canelo Golovkin.
Triple G.
Why?
Because he's a guy that will take it to you, and he can switch. He can step up at any time he chose to, and he's naturally stronger and heavier. That has speed.
Okay. What about Golovkin's limited ability? I think Golovkin's power is based on he's a front foot fighter. Now, if he's pushed onto the back foot, that takes a lot of his punching power and leverage away from him.
Yeah, true. And to be fair, Kell Brook was doing that to Triple G, wasn't he? So take nothing away from Kell Brook. Kell Brook fought a brilliant fight, but I just don't think enough to even trouble Triple G personally.
That's interesting. Very interesting. We'll see if Golovkin, if Canelo can put Golovkin onto the back foot and keep him on the back foot. I think that's where Canelo wins the fight. If he allows Golovkin to take center ring and come forward, Canelo will lose the fight. Spence Brook.
Brook. Going for Brook.
Why?
After watching his performance against Triple G, that says it all to me. Speed, power, and I just rate Brook for what he is. He's a naturally stronger guy, like a cat. He hits hard. I'm a massive Brook fan since that Triple G fight. Since that Triple G fight, he just ticked every box for me. And his corner, Dominic Ingalls, what a man. Same for another day. That's what you call great coaching, a great team. I believe Spence is too light, and I don't think he'll be able to hold the power from Brook, personally.
But he's been sparring with Charlo.
And sparring's one thing, world level's another.
So you're not impressed with Spence?
No, I'm not. Especially in Brook's home crowd, hometown, every advantage possible.
What do you make of this fight of Gervonta Davis and Liam Walsh? Liam Walsh, a guy I rate very highly.
I really do like Walsh. I like the whole Walsh brothers. How can I say this? I want Walsh to win, and I think he'll give a run for the other guy's money, but I think this other guy's the real deal.
Do you?
I think this could be the next superstar, and this could be the man, because he agreed to every terms and conditions. He came over to the UK. He's taking this serious, and you don't do that unless you're super.
He's coming to the UK this week, or the week of the fight. Is that good though?
Not really. You need at least 2 weeks, but maybe there's something about him that we don't know. But I think he's not like your Gerald McClellan. He's not like your Gerald McClellan that everyone knew about. He was a super banger that was beating everybody up. That came over, fought Nigel Benn, and I'll not tell. This is not going to be a pushover. I think Walsh should give him a run for his money.
Let's see what's going on here. Leon Jones says, she says she'll ride you for free if you speak sense for once. Your Big Fury salad.
Big Fury salad. Okay.
YouTube guys, Amir Khan, haha, he's laughing. Leon Jones says, Khan gets beat by most welterweights. Thurman, Brook, Porter, Garcia, Martiz beat him. Spence too.
I wasn't talking about Amir Khan. I didn't mention him.
I want to see big UK domestic grudge fight when Brook wins. Brook versus Eggington.
I'd rather see Brook versus Khan because they've got a lot of personal beef, and it's a fight that will really sell out. That's the fight I'd want to see. But for me, the fight I'm looking forward to Billy Joe's fight.
Oh,
Billy Joe.
That's a dangerous, dangerous fight.
And what a show it could be. What if, I'm not saying it is, what if Hughie Fury was on there on the undercard versus Parker? Wouldn't that be a great show?
Would be a great show, wouldn't it?
And wouldn't it be a better show if Tyson Fury in April 2018 fights Anthony Joshua with Eubanks versus Billy Joe Saunders on the undercard? Wouldn't that be a great show? I'm not saying it is going to happen, I'm just thinking out loud.
Would be a great show, but you've got to first get your license back, and you need to make sure that our man's fighting regularly.
I'm sure he will.
Okay. Billy Joe Saunders, this fight against can I pronounce the guy's name properly? Pronounce his name.
Nickname. I don't even know. He had a nickname for
White
him.
Mike Tyson.
No, they called him something else. They called him, what's his nickname again?
Curtsy. It's Curtsy. I
No, they
said
called him
to everyone he was going to knock Langford out. It wasn't even going to be nice. He would knock Langford out. And if Billy Joe Saunders don't watch himself, it's the second half of the fight. Billy Joe Saunders can win this fight for 6 rounds. But you know Billy Joe Saunders, second half of the fight, he always tires. That's where Curtsy, the door opens for Curtsy to make it.
Langford's chin was high up in the air. It was open for him. Listen, with Billy Joe Saunders moves. He fights at angles. He counters you.
Yeah, for the first 6 rounds. And then,
I believe. Yeah,
and then
but he will learn. He's
tired.
No. He'll learn from his mistakes. Billy Joe's a smart man. He's a very, very smart man. I rate Billy Joe so highly.
I rate him as well.
If there's a guy that's going to beat Triple G, I know people will laugh or don't agree, but it'll be Billy Joe Saunders. Simple as.
For him to beat Billy Joe Saunders, his stamina's got to improve over 12 rounds.
He won't beat Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders will school him and knock him out.
Who could see?
Yep.
I hope so, mate. I really hope so.
I believe so. I know so. 100% confident Billy Joe Saunders.
Can you explain to me how he came in 15 stone and so overweight, being WBO champion, and then the breakup with him and Tibbs, and now be with Adam Booth?
I couldn't tell you, to be fair. I really don't know.
Okay. Ryan Burnett challenging Lee Haskins. Can you explain that to me, please?
I couldn't. I really don't know about Haskins, and I've not really
Haskins.
followed.
Where's Haskins from? Are he local to you guys, Haskins? Where are you guys?
No,
Bristol.
No.
Haskins a Bristol guy, isn't he?
Huh? Yeah, that's about 2.5, 3 hour drive from Derby.
Oh, Derby, Bristol, you know, all the same place when you're in London, isn't it?
No, it's not.
I'm teasing for your leg. He's close to bloody Cardiff, isn't he? Haskins.
Yeah, he is Cardiff.
Close to Wales. Yeah, of course. So what do you think, Haskins versus Burnett?
I don't know. I have never followed these guys. I really don't know nothing about them in terms of. I don't follow them. I have no interest for it.
Is there anybody else in the heavyweight division that you've got an eye on? Oh yeah, the Tony Bellew phenomena. What were your thoughts of him and David Haye?
I thought I said Tony Bellew would win. I'm a massive Tony Bellew. I said that Tony Bellew would beat David Haye. I said it. You check all my previous Texas tweets. I said he would knock him out. Hello?
Why?
Can't hear you.
Yeah.
Because I've told people, if you look at David Haye's physique, he's put on too much muscle. His chest is too big. Now, boxers are athletes. They're not bodybuilders. Bodybuilders need muscle, and muscle needs oxygen. And all Bellew had to do was take him to deep water. We know Bellew's got heart. We know Bellew would take him to deep waters. And he could say what he wants about his ankle or his Achilles or whatever. Yes, he was injured. Yes, his Achilles, but he was a beaten man before that. Bellew stood up to a bully and beat him.
Would you have beaten David Haye that beat?
No. No. He would not have beat a peak David Haye, but this is not a peak David Haye. But you don't know.
The rematch?
I think same result. David Haye is not the same David Haye. You know, age catches up with you. He's not one of these guys like Bernard Hopkins who looked after himself throughout the year, who was taking ice baths after every session, who was continuously looking after his weight, his health, everything. That's the difference.
So Haye finished?
I think he was finished when he stepped in the ring with Demora. I thought that said it all to me. On Dave Channel, oh my God, embarrassing.
So he says he's gone up the Great Wall of China. He's on his way back. He could be fighting in December.
Yeah, because there's people out there that are foolish enough to think that he's got something in him.
So him versus Joshua, forget it.
That's like saying Barcelona versus Scunthorpe United. It's a joke.
Why do media outlets come out with stories that we know are damn well not true and nowhere near the truth?
Because it sells. Interest sells. It's got to be, it's got to be a world exclusive. It's got to be a lie to get people's attention. Do you see where I'm coming from? That's what sells. It's a business we live in. But there's two type of people in the world: two that are foolish, and two that are not. Obviously, a wise man would, look into the source, look into it, whereas the other person would say, "Oh, well, yeah, you're right."
Let's see what people are saying here. So Sad said, this guy looks so confused when you're speaking to him. Imagine having this nonce in your corner, dumb and slow guy.
Who said that?
So Sad.
I am confused. I've just realised I've been banging your mother, and the bitch took my £5 off me. She told me 250. She didn't give me no change back. Of course I'm confused. I'm upset. I probably caught some disease off the tramp.
Michael C. Oh, this one's naughty. Michael C is very naughty. He says, I'd like to see Asgar versus Assi Valley for all the marbles. Be a great fight.
Assi Valley can box, Assi Valley can box. Why would you want me to spar Assi Valley?
Michael C. Here we go. Mr. Davidson says, I got a £45 change.
£45 change?
And I only paid her 30.
What's he on about?
I don't know. Triple D says, Joseph Parker is fighting Bellew because Bellew is a draw, unlike Hughie Fury.
What did he say? Anthony Joshua's a what?
No. Tony Bellew is fighting Joseph Parker because Hughie Fury is not a draw.
Says who?
Triple D.
Okay, tell Triple D. It's been made clear. Call the WBO, speak to Frank Warren, speak to whoever you want. Hughie Fury is boxing Joseph Parker. End of.
So where's the Tony Bellew thing coming from then?
Just Sky people. Just want to call, just get some attention.
Is Tony Bellew a genuine heavyweight though?
No, not in today's day and age, because there's super heavyweights, aren't they? There's heavyweight and there's super heavyweights.
Okay, let's go through the top 10. Bellew versus Wilder.
Wilder.
Bellew versus Stavern.
Stavern.
Bellew versus Hughie Fury.
Hughie Fury.
Bellew versus Miller.
Big Mac Miller.
Yeah.
Miller. Too strong, too heavy.
Bellew versus Ortiz.
Ortiz.
Bellew versus David Allen.
Dave Allen.
Bellew versus Dillian White.
Dillian White.
Bellew versus Derek Chisora.
Chisora.
Bellew versus Pulev.
Pulev.
Bellew versus Parker.
Bellew.
Bellew beats Parker.
Yep.
Bellew versus Shannon Briggs.
Bellew.
Bellew versus Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua.
So you're saying Bellew's got one chance of being heavyweight champion of the world, and that's the WBO belt.
That's just been polite. That's just been kind. Yeah.
Okay. If Parker were to cause, in your mind, the unthinkable and beat Hughie Fury, where does that put Joseph Parker then?
In line to fight Tyson Fury.
And how's that fight go?
1 round knockout. But let me explain one thing. Parker would never beat Fury. What does Parker have over Fury? Tell me.
Physical strength.
Okay. Ask anybody that sparred Fury. Has anybody ever dropped Fury? You are not knocking Fury out. Make this clear. You are not dropping this kid. He will not go down. So that rules that out. Who's faster?
Huey, I think.
Who's in there with the pedigree?
Parker at the moment.
Okay, in terms of preparation.
Better trainer. Peter Fury's better trainer than
so
Kevin Barry.
Yeah, in terms of preparation, yeah. So we agree. Now, like I said, I could say all day. You people can disagree all day. You just watch when it happens. It will be happening. It will be happening on Vox Nation, hopefully, and you watch. It will be Fury.
The other thing I want to ask you about: what is the situation with Mick Hennessy? Is he still with Team Fury?
Yeah, he's the man. He's the main man for Team Fury.
Why do people not see as much of him as before? I see Mick Hennessy a lot more. I don't see as much of him anymore. Is he keeping himself to himself? Does he not want to do interviews? You see Frank all the time, so you'd think naturally that Frank is the man and Mick's taking a back seat.
Mick's a busy man. He's still got boxes he works with. He just took his kid over to Ireland. Mick's working, he's sorting out the case. No, Mick's a busy man. But make no mistake, Peter's always with Mick. Mick is the main man. End of.
That clears that up. One final thing I want to ask you. In terms of Team Fury, have things changed in terms of dynamics? Because I know that I get this question asked to me many times. People inbox me, Ingram, what's going on with Team Fury? They're not giving as many interviews as they used to. They don't seem as outgoing as they used to be. Things are going on behind the scenes. Fights falling through. What is going on with Team Fury? Peter's not as open as he used to be. What is that? And do you have any ideas as to why that would possibly be, or is it just perception?
What I would think it would be was look how they've been treated, and people are going on quotes that Tyson said years ago. Or gone on what Peter said. There's a lot when you're at that level, that elite level, world heavyweight level. Obviously, the people around you, your circle has to change. Has to change. The people you talk to has to change. The things you say has to change, because people take what you say for granted now, especially at that level.
Yeah.
So that's the reason everything's changed. Which those that know boxing know that the bigger you get, the more things have to change. Everything has to be more structured, professional, and taken serious, because you become role models. You're in the public eye now, aren't you?
Yeah. So you think that's possibly the reason why things have gone the way that they have?
Yeah, they've not changed as far as I'm concerned in terms of communication, or, I don't know why people are thinking that. They've just got a lot going on at the moment. They have got a lot. But like Peter says, he's back at business tomorrow, back at work. So he's got a lot going on.
Okay, fair enough. Asgar, is there anything else you'd like to share with us before we anticipate? Oh, hold on.
Oh, well, what's this?
Ooh. Asgar picking a Fury win. Never. I agree, Asgar, but I would never worry for Huey if he fights in New Zealand, would get robbed. What does Asgar think about that? Says Triple D.
What, if he went to New Zealand?
Yeah, and get robbed in New Zealand.
But how can you get robbed if you're knocking the man out?
Okay. YouTube says Frank Warren is trying to muscle out Mick Hennessy.
Why would he do that? They work alongside each other, fine. Why would... Just crazy thinking that.
Hugh pretended to be injured so they didn't have to go there. We mentioned that early on about the conspiracy theory as to they didn't really want the fight to happen.
He was going to get over $1.7 million. Why wouldn't he not go there? He was injured. Listen, they always used to be, seen as the underdogs. Peter would travel anywhere. Peter would fight anywhere. If it was in New Zealand, it was in New Zealand. So people make me laugh. Listen, he was injured. He's got doctor's reports. He's proven it to the WBO. WBO have honoured the man in truth position. End of.
Mr. Davidson says, Asgar, which Fury do you like inside of you more? And is it dick size and their movement? Oh, dear.
Tell him I'm a loyal man to his mother. I'm a loyal man to his mother. And you've got to get used to calling me daddy because I'm marrying you, bitch. So start calling me daddy, yeah?
Mart's MBE says, Tyson, Team Fury lying to fans, ... Never. Michael C says, make changes. I wouldn't get near MGM Marbella with a barge pole. Tyson needs to get back to basics.
Right, first thing first, there is no such thing as MGM, it's MTK. So get yourself updated, then talk to us, yeah?
What's the difference with MGM and MTK? Please inform us.
MGM is an American-based hotel, casino. MTK is now the new name, Mac the Knife.
Any reason why there was a change, do you know?
Yeah, due to that reason, there was a casino in America, and because MGM grew so big and became so popular that they thought it was people, it's all to do with the name thing, the MGM name.
Yeah.
So they all thought it would be easy to just call it Mac the Knife.
Okay, fair enough. That's good. Yeah.
And MTK are doing a fantastic job.
Okay. Pete Fury's proper boxing man. The Fury's a commercial. There's something I do need to ask you about before I close. Peter Fury, Tyson Fury. What's that relationship like now? Because people are asking, well, why is Tyson out in Marbella? Why is he not training with Peter? That would be surely the best man to be with.
Because Peter's concentrating on Conchi and Tommy Fury. Tyson needs to just get in shape, get back into camp. That's all it is. Nothing to do with anything. I don't know why people are trying to speculate or assume. Peter and Tyson are family, the blood. Nothing comes between them. Just bonkers. Did you not read the reports where Tyson was going down the gym to spar? So I don't know what people are getting that idea. All it is Tyson is doing his thing. Peter is dealing with business.
Okay. Michael C says same thing. Everyone knows it's MGM still. Okay. Tom Comron says, will you be my sugar daddy?
Would I be his sugar daddy?
Yeah.
Tell him, listen, I got no money.
Mark MBE says, why is the Parker fight rescheduled in England?
No one said it's been rescheduled in England. What we're saying is that they're going to try and agree some terms, and if it's agreed, it could be in the UK. If they don't agree, it goes to purse bids. But they're just thinking it makes more financial sense
Come to
be
the UK.
in the UK. This is a business.
I think Parker's team want to come to the UK anyway, so
absolutely.
Tom Cochran says, why do you think you know it all?
I don't.
What are your thoughts on Bwtm, says Triple D?
Smart man, rich man. Very, very smart man. He's a shrewd businessman. You can't knock him what he does. I've had a few debates with him. I like him. He's a smart man. I don't agree with what he said to with banning Coogan. I think Coogan's brilliant for boxing. If it was me, well, I can't answer my opinion. Forget it.
Asgar, why did Fury say they would fight with one leg, or if they were blind, would never pull out? But now they keep doing it. More lies.
Okay, no. What this says, it will never. Yeah, it's a saying, isn't it? That will never pull out of fights. You know, they're always up for it. But when you're talking about the heavyweight title on the line, you've got to be 100%. Doesn't the fans deserve value for money? Well, both boxers should be at 100%, where there's no excuses. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yes, you're right.
Okay, so he had a back injury. Would it be right to go to New Zealand and then saying after, oh, I had a back injury? If you're injured, you're injured. End of.
What happened to Eddie Chambers and Peter Fury?
Nothing. Eddie Chambers decided to do his thing. Obviously, he's been away from his family for so long. Eddie's a very, very close friend of Peter's. Very, very close friend. Eddie's a good man. He's, him and Peter are always talking. Nothing happened. Still in contact. Eddie's a funny, great guy.
These questions should be called rinse time.
Why?
I've got no idea. Sosa's called you Asgard. my God. Oh God. Where did people come from?
I love him. I love him.
Oh dear me. Marky, you've missed a great show. Haha. Yes, Asgi, says Karen Bear.
Karen.
Mr. Davis says, I've subscribed to this channel because of this video. It's been fun, nonsense, but fun. Can't wait for Joshua to knock Fury out. These people. Oh dear. Leon Jones says, haha, so sad. Just now the comment of the day. Haha. Modern broadcast, England's lost it. What Asgar's thoughts on Daniel Dubois?
Hey, he's a serious talent. Look how young he is. Look at the size of him. He's doing well. People fail to understand. Look at his last fight. Who did he fight? An Olympian. Did you know that?
Who's that?
Who fights in a? You know, was it who did he fight with? The last guy he just fought was the Olympian.
Yes.
Bronze medalist. So to have them, was it his second fight?
Yeah.
So, oh, who else would risk their, you know, superstar in the making against a bronze medalist? You wouldn't, would you? And he did very well. I think this kid is definitely the future. Strong, hard hitting, definitely world champion material. I think he's the future, to be fair.
I know, mate. Ask Ingram why Tommy Fury looks like AJ.
Why who?
Tommy Fury looks like AJ, and then put question mark steroids.
Okay, question. When people talk about steroids, you know, it's slanderous. 1, 2, it's not nice for the game because, one, look at Tommy Fury's father, who's 6'7", massive. Look at the whole family; they're all massive. How could you accuse him of being on anything? People don't see how hard Tommy Fury works. Tommy Fury is a real athlete. You know, it saddens me. Now, people say the same thing about Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's always been a heavyweight. He's always been big. You know, people who talk about steroids and whatever need to get a life because it's not even a joke because these are people's careers. It's a serious thing. And even as people joking about it, could spread rumors and it's not
That's
nice.
how trouble starts.
Yeah, I just don't like it. I don't want to comment on it, to be fair.
Asgar, go call the Samaritans for some advice, mate. You look gone.
I am gone.
Brian Ryan says, Asgar, why is the ring belt so important when Canelo has it at middle and has never fought at middleweight?
I don't know. The ring belt to me.
John Smith says he fought a fake Jack Black pizza delivery guy first.
Who did?
Dubois.
No, he fought. And was he the Olympian?
Don't know. He said fake Jack Black in the first fight.
Listen, he's the future, mate. Triple D. You've heard of Triple G? This is Triple D. Dangerous. Danny Deuce. Yeah.
Marky B says Asgar's getting hate. Why? And then Leon says because he contradicts himself. Marky B says LOL.
So if you want to laugh at something, don't laugh at it.
Leon Jones, I was going to say goodbye to you, but our room is actually getting packed. More people are coming to the room.
Okay, let's have this. Listen.
Leon Jones says everybody are fake champions, not beating Tyson. Yet Huey will be if he wins a belt. Triple D says people need to research things before they question if people are on steroids. Load of crap. Spot on, Asgar. Asgar gets spit roasted by Huey and takes Tyson's cock in his mouth at the same time. Oh dear. Oh dear. Mr. Davidson comes back and says, my mum told me that the Furies are better in bed than Asgar, and she only has Asgar around when everyone else is busy.
That's because she's a desperate bitch, and I pay her 50p each time.
Marky BS says, the muscle definition is a joke. He looks more like Mini Hulk. Karimba says steroid accusations is just a simple way of disregarding someone's hard work and dedication.
Okay, let's all go back. Let's all go back to Ken Norton. Ken Norton was chiseled. He was massive, wasn't he? Did anyone make any allegations against Ken Norton? Listen, not interested in his drug allegations or whatever. Give AJ the credit he deserves. He's the IBF WBA champion. Give him his respect.
Asgar said, talented as Tyson Fury is, surely his weight gain will affect him eventually in the fight.
That's what Peter Fury's there for, to make sure he's at weight and make sure he's ready.
Dane Lewis says, we all love you, Asgar. Keep it real. Kind of army. Okay. Triple D says, Asgar and Russ Hartley, sit down, please. Guys are funny as hell. So you and Russell Hartley, oh my God. You and Russell Hartley in a room together. Oh my dear me.
Now, who's Russell Hartley?
You don't know who Russell Hartley is?
No.
Oh, I think you need to listen to, just check out any of my videos with Russell Hartley. He tells it like it is. I mean, he's like a mini show I've got with him, a series with him called In My Opinion. And he just
I'm gonna go on his show.
Yeah, I think like you and him together would be hilarious. It'd be brilliant. I think that's worth pay-per-view. Both you and him on the show together would be absolute pay-per-view. And he's very close friends with the Furies. So I'm surprised you don't know him. He's very close. He knows them all. Russell Hartley.
Which one's Russell?
Sort of got skinhead, quite short, stocky type of guy. So like Sheffield way. He's good for. He lives around the corner from Dave Allen.
If I've seen a picture, I probably know him. I'll check him out.
Okay. Modern Broadcast, exactly who is Russell Hartley? He also works for Dennis Hobson. Karen Bird says Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight on the planet. His style is a nightmare for the other robotic boxers. Asgar talks straight sense. Mr. Davidson says, Asgar, you're a cool guy. Good banter. Leon Jones says, been a fun show, guys. Asgar, all fun. My man, take it easy. Well, at least nobody got offended.
My friend.
Nobody got offended by what you
Listen, nothing personal, nothing personal. It's banter. Sunday banter.
That's what Richard Keys says, and I like Richard Keys. Mr. David says, full of shit, but fun. Some of the comments you just couldn't say on Sky Sports. There you go. Do you have a final closing statement to make? Although, apart from Hughie Fury will knock out Joseph Parker and Tyson Fury will become heavyweight champion of the world again. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Yep, big shout out to my man Ali Tazim, Yusuf Hussain, Ramsey, man like Ramsey, and the whole of the Prospects ABC team, Fury family. Listen, I'm a boxing man. I love banter, nothing personal. People will have their opinions. It's all about the two boxers that enter the ring. Our main concern is that everyone who boxes walks away with good health. Like I says, you know, boxing is a growing thing, and whatever we do is got to be good for boxing. That's all it is. And we can only promote boxing in the most positive way. And whether you're Sky Sports, whether you're Box Nation, whether you're Frank Warren, whether you're Eddie Hearn, listen, it's all one love. Boxing brings us all together.
Asgar, I'm going to ask you something I've never asked any of my guests before.
Yep.
How would you like me to title this video?
Sunday banter. No. I wouldn't want no. What should we say?
Asgar Sunday banter about the heavyweight division, or no?
Yes. Yep. State of heavyweight boxing by Asgar Tair. No.
You sure you want that?
No, I don't want that.
No, I don't want that.
I wouldn't know. Asgar joins Bwtm Sports channel.
Okay, we'll put something like that. You sure?
Yeah. Yep.
And there was a couple of videos you posted which were quite disturbing. The two videos of that guy coming around with his camera.
Oh, mate, such a sad state of affair. Let me tell you what's happened. You see, the landlord, he's been made an offer to a big company called Tomlinson. They wanted to knock down the whole area, whole block.
Yeah.
And everybody's agreed prices, but from me. I was offered £7,000 to walk away. All I said was, look, I just want to be relocated. I want a gym. Money don't mean nothing to me. It's about the boxing gym. It's about the community. That's what we're doing this for. And they've tried every tactic, from cutting off my water supply, which has been done since November, to cutting off my electricity supply. Electricity has been cut off. This is obviously a big bill. We're a small club, can't afford it. We're a busy club. We deal with over 70 kids a day, and we have no money to pay for bills. So this just try to sneak in, cause damage, sell the property, say that. There's loads of fake stuff to do. The landlord's not responding to me. The landlord's trying to sneak in to the gym, disrupt things, take things. You know, it's just a sad state of affair. You know, we really are struggling, but what God wills, God wills. It's sad.
And this guy that was coming around taking photographs, who was he?
He works for, it's called it's an EPC company, where if you sell a property, you must do an energy efficiency test and whatever.
Okay.
So what this fellow was doing was pretending that he had come in and took photos, which he never did. And he was taking false pictures from downstairs to pretend he was upstairs, just so the sales of the property could go ahead. When I asked him who he was, he said he was from the government, which he wasn't. He had nothing to do with the government. Showed me some fake ID and zoomed off. Sad, really, because it's a criminal offence to impersonate a government official, isn't it? But
and your landlord?
Landlord, he's cut off my water supply. He's made allegations that I've never paid rent, which I've been paying up to date. He doesn't respond to anything, doesn't repair the roof, the stairs, the doors. He will not spend a single penny. He would not answer my calls. And it was amazing how I bumped into him the other day and he zoomed off. He told the solicitors that there was never a contract and that I'm not a sitting tenant, and yet I have a 4-year lease left. But, you know, they're all trying it, you know, but nobody's really helping. The local councils are not giving me a place to go. Basically, I've got a gym with 70 kids a day, 7 days a week, and I've got nowhere to go. Shouldn't the council or the local businesses help me find a place? It's a local boxing gym that should be supported by the local people, and the local people aren't really helping. Sad.
Okay. Is there anything you think people can do how can people help you then, Asgar? Or how can I help the Boxing Academy?
Only the community can help this gym, the local people. What I'm looking to do is organise an amateur boxing show, and just do buckets and just keep trying.
What about why don't you do a fundraiser to raise the funds to get yourself to the next level?
I think we are. That's what we're looking to do. I've sat down with the committee. I've had loads of talks, loads of ideas. But you know, when you're mentally drained, and I've got the championships to look at. We've got the championships to sort out. We've got the box cups, the Tri-Nations. You know, we've got so much title. You know, we've got a title fight coming up. We've got so much going on that I've got to concentrate on that as well as concentrate on the business side. I've brought in a team, Dr. T, who's been phenomenal. Helped me out so much. I mean, it will take our boxing club to a different level. He can concentrate on that side. I can concentrate on the running of the business. There's the admin side as well as training, and hopefully build a stronger team and deal with all kind of issues.
Wow. Asgar, thank you so much once again. I know
Thank you very much.
Good bit of banter, but on a serious note, you know, we hope you all do well. Somebody says do a funding page.
I've tried that. See, that takes a month. We don't have a month.
Mr. Davidson says, do a funding page and I'll donate the change my mother never gave you. You offer yourself up for that. I mean,
you know, it's sad because we've always had. We know where we're going to get to. I'm on the verge of one of our kids, or two of our kids, are on the verge of winning national titles again. So it's going to be good. And I think by winning, success will eventually force people to open their eyes and make changes.
There's a lot of titles, a lot of champions you seem to have at the moment. People winning belts. Or what? Talk to us more about that.
This season alone, we've won We've got 2 national finalists for the 28th of May in Manchester. We've got a semi-finalist on the 20th of May. We've got a title fight on the 21st of May. We've got another title fight on the 26th of May. We've got 11 regional champions, a few national junior champion finalists. We've won the Harrogate Gold Cup. We've won the box cups. You know, we're doing
We need to stream these fights live. We need to stream these events live on our channel. We'd love that.
England, well, if we could, we would definitely do that.
So what's stopping us?
I don't know. Why don't we do it?
Let's stream some of these fights live. It'd be good.
So
People can see you kids, what you're doing.
So why don't we do that? I'll get somebody to do the finals. Or why don't you come down to the final? Why don't you come down to the finals?
Well, nothing's stopping me. Why not?
Yeah, it'd be good. What
day is that?
It's on the 28th of May in Manchester.
We've got a problem.
Yep.
Anniversary, 28th of May.
Okay. I will try to get someone to record it or get it streamed live.
Yeah, do that. Get it streamed. Yeah. I'll set that up for you. We can talk about that, and I can get that sorted for you.
I'll
record it, and then I can put it for that particular day because it's my sixth year of being married, or 6th anniversary, whatever you call it. So I can't be seen to be doing
it. It'll be pretty interesting because we've got tough opponents. So
yeah.
Why not? Let's just stream it live.
Do that. Stream it. Record it, and then we'll stick it on the channel afterwards.
Oh, and did I also tell you I did a show, Dublin versus Derbyshire, which is great. We invited a select team from Dublin, come down, compete against some of the Derbyshire boxers, which was great.
How'd they do?
And they did very, very well. Some serious talent in Dublin.
Yeah.
Great kids. Serious talent. We've been invited to Dublin in December, I believe. So I'm looking forward to going to Ireland, which I've never been to, and meet some great people.
Oh, wow. When you're there, come and see me.
I will 100% come and see you. 100%.
Right. I think that's it for now. Asgar, thank you so much for having you back on the show again. We appreciate you. And if there's any news that drops, as soon as we find that Hugh is fighting Parker, and it is confirmed, and it's official, we've got the day and the time, we'll have you back to do our preview show. I'm sure people will love that.
Thanks for having me on, Ingram.
It's an absolute pleasure having you back.
All the best, my friend.
Take care, champ.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye. So everybody, that's Asgar Tair there, the famous Asgar Tair. This has been Bwtm Sports Live from Asgar Tair, the head coach of East Midlands Boxing Academy, and also has been in the corner and working with Tyson Fury and Team Fury. Okay, this is me saying take care. I hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. We're out.